Yo, what's good, guys? Thank you for tuning into this video, and today I'll be talking about who's Big Smoke. So, Big Smoke is one of the more protagonists in the game at the beginning of the game, which he's one of the most well-known characters in the video game history and the GTA universe and the GTA series. Now, Big Smoke is one of CJ's friends or home dogs or family members, which we're assuming, but he knows CJ, and CJ is now coming back from Liberty City, which is New York City in the GTA world, and CJ would later find out, well, he already knows that his mom had died in a shootout or a drive-by in the house, or they had broken in, which most likely is a drive-by. But Big Smoke would tell him, and they would, talk about it, and CJ would be welcome back. And later in the game, Big Smoke would turn into an antagonist in the drug world, which he would deal drugs with the rival gangs, with the Ballers and Vagos and all the other rival gangs, which, it's sad to know, because later in the game, we'll get to the part Big Smoke later, dies into the game by CJ in missions. Yeah. And one of the missions where they would go to Cluckenbell to eat food is one of the missions, which is one of the most iconic missions in GTA franchise history, one of the most iconic missions ever, and he's a meme, where they're getting food. When they're going out, the Ryder and CJ and Sweet, Big Smoke see the rival gang members, Ballers, looking at them and scooping them out, ready to shoot. And later in the mission, they would go on to shoot, but you realize Big Smoke doesn't shoot at them. Instead, that he's eating, and he doesn't want them to know that he's with them. And later into the game, when the main character Caesar tells CJ that Big Smoke is with the Ballers, and he's one of the people that killed his mom. CJ later finds out that the whole entire game member system of Ryder and Big Smoke and many Baller members are, he found out. So now, later in the story, CJ ends up killing Ryder in one of the missions, and he later, finds out he's with the Ballers. At this point in the story, CJ gets kicked out of the city, and Los Santos, which is Los Angeles, turns into madness from Tenpenny and many of the corrupt officers, which is Crash, and the Ballers take over, which this is a picture of what one of them. And the Ballers take over the whole entire city, and Big Smoke is part of it as well, and all the Grove Street family members soon get kicked out, and the Ballers take over city, the whole entire city, and develop the drug trade and stuff like that. CJ later comes back into the city and towards the end of the game, and you have to take down Big Smoke, which is the last mission of the game, which is kind of sad because Big Smoke is one of the most iconic characters, and a lot of true players liked him, but later found out that it's one of the people that did the drive-by, and it broke the players' hearts. And me playing this game, it kind of is sad because Big Smoke is one of the big players, big characters in the GTA series, and it's just sad to know that CJ ends up going back into the city to find them, and then you have to do a shootout with him, and then later Big Smoke later dies and kills him, and the game basically is over. And Big Smoke is one of the most iconic characters, in my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in.